How you doing? This is Black Shy Guy coming back with another video. And this video was only made because for some reason a lot of people think that I was not saying, basically picking sides. And I wasn't picking sides. I just was stating the facts. I just was stating the facts that Amazing Lucas completely disrespected Officer Tatum by bringing up his family, by mentioning his kid, by mentioning his wife, and by color, may I add. By color. You know what I mean? Let's say a white person said what Amazing Lucas said, since for some reason it resonates with a lot of people when I say it that way. Let's say a white person said what Amazing Lucas said, and says, with your beautiful black wife and your black kid. You know you guys will go crazy. You know you guys will go crazy, and don't lie and say you won't. You guys will go crazy. For those who agree that Amazing Lucas was not disrespectful. For those who basically disagree with me, let me say it like that, disagree with me by saying Amazing Lucas was not disrespectful. That basically you're saying that Officer Tatum's wife is untouchable. She should be untouchable when it comes to a topic between two men. Two men. She should be untouchable. She should not be mentioned. It should be between the two men. It's funny how people say, oh, that would never be me. I used to say that. That would never be me. You know what? That would never be me. For example, I will always say, hey, somebody can stare at my girl. I don't have I have no problem with that, because if they're staring at her, that mean I got a dime piece. That mean I got someone who everybody wants, etc., etc. Until it happens to you. Until you catch somebody just staring at your girl, and you got to basically be like, yo, I mean, is my girl Google? What you searching for? You know what I mean? People always say it until it happens to them. Until it happens to them. Until someone mentions your family. Until someone Googles your girl, whatever the case may be. Until it happens to you, usually people are the first ones to say, well, I would not get mad at that. I will not get mad at that. Or I will not take it that serious. Come on, man. Imagine a white person saying what Amazing Lucas said. I'm not saying what Amazing Lucas is saying is completely wrong, but his delivery was wrong. His delivery was wrong. Listen, I'm going to say something right now that a lot of people should take. I won't even say a lot of people should take notes, because probably you guys know that, but you guys choose not to listen to it. Sometimes the delivery is just as important as the message. It is. Amazing Lucas just said it wrong. You know, I just wanted to clarify that before I move on to what I'm about to talk about. Do I agree with everything Officer Tatum says? No. Do I believe Officer Tatum is racist towards his own people? Absolutely not. Do I believe Officer Tatum's delivery and a lot of his messages are wrong? Absolutely yes. His delivery in a lot of cases are wrong. And that's why I don't blame Lucas when he does it appropriately. Gets on him about some things that he says. Because that's why you got to look at Amazing Lucas and Officer Tatum as good and evil. It's almost like one can't exist without the other, because Amazing Lucas does bring up some good points, and so does Officer Tatum. But for some people who says Officer Tatum doesn't like his people, he doesn't do nothing for the people, he doesn't do anything. I mean, number one, he helped King Randall with tons of donations to bring up that school that he's trying to bring up for kids in need. Number two, black families that lost their kids in violent crimes, he has donated tremendous amount of money to them. Okay? So, just to get it across for those who always say, what has he done for the living? That, at least that's what he's done for the living. He's gone out to rallies to try to talk about the violence that's happening within the black communities. That's number three. Okay? Now, for a lot of people who says he doesn't do nothing, he does way more than a lot of people who are hating on him, who don't do anything. There are people who don't do anything, don't donate, don't do anything, but yet I'm for the black people. But you don't do half of what Tatum does. So before you hate on Tatum, you gotta look at yourself and be like, do I do at least half of what he does for the black community, even though I'm saying he's not for the black community? Do I do at least half of what he does? Once again, I'm gonna say, Tatum's delivery a lot of times is wrong. It is. I'm not gonna lie. And you may ask what I'm talking about. Exhibit 8. Okay? Let's dive into this. Let's not wait any longer. And if you like the video, hit the like button. Also subscribe and hit the notification button for any upcoming new videos. This is Black Shy Guy. Thanks for sitting at my table. Let's dive in. Okay. All right. There are some of the things that I do not disagree with Lucas. And this is one of them. Hold on. Let me get a sip of my coffee. I don't know how you guys drink cream, because black coffee is the best. But anyway, here goes a statement here I completely disagree with Officer Tatum. Okay? Completely disagree with him about. And the way he worded it was wrong. And I know what he's trying to say, because when you're a logical person and you watch all his videos, you know what he's trying to say. He's not trying to actually say that black women hold no value. But if you were a person, think about it. If you were a person walking into a room while a group of people are having a conversation and you hear one individual come out and say something like this.
Why would you like that both of her parents were at home? Did I call it or did I call it?
You know, like...
White crime. There are going to be white criminals in the white community. So I'm just curious. I got questions.
Give it time.
One guy, and he ended up committing suicide, unfortunately. He was bullied. I don't know if that's why he did it, but he ended up committing suicide because people used to bully him all the time over the fact that he dated a white girl.
If you didn't see most of the discussion, this was one of the conversations about him never experiencing dating a white woman. Around his neighborhood, around his basically his aura, nobody ever thought about dating a white woman. And he knew one that was getting bullied. And to me, he assumed that he killed himself because he was getting bullied because he was dating a white woman.
Now,
bruh.
And Lucas, once again, talking too much. He does talk a bit too much. He should just let the conversation go.
I'm not even going to address that. Let's go on.
He could have, done that over another reason. However, moving forward, I dated a white girl in college, and it was a eye-opening experience again for me because
the delivery is wrong. I mean, and I like Tatum a lot, but even if you like Tatum, you have to admit you got to look at that part and be like, that delivery, Tatum, was kind of wrong there. You could have delivered it way better. Your delivery was way off. It's like a quarterback throwing a 4-yard pass to basically get a first down when only 2 yards is needed. But he fumbles the throw, or the throw is tipped because he didn't see the defender in front of him, but yet the pass is completed. It still was successful. It still was a first down, but the delivery was wrong. That's what Tatum did here.
Did I call it or did I call it? Did I call it? Did I call it or did I call it? All of a sudden, he's like, wait, I could grab your hair? Yeah, fucking go for it. Pull that.
Amazing Lucas goes on this tirade. I mean, I find it kind of annoying, but I understand what he's saying. This is why I like both of them in some aspects of their points, because both of them do make good points. You gotta look at it logically. You can't always be for one. Even when he's wrong, he's right. You gotta look at both of them and see what the other is saying about the other when they're attacking each other, which I find it to be very disappointing because both of them can bring value. both of them could bring value to the black community by what they preach. But unfortunately, they're always at each other's head. But whether you're for Lucas or whether you're for Tatum, you gotta look at both of them and find reason into what they're saying. And you gotta understand why Lucas is attacking this.
Shit. Oh, you mean I can grab it? You ain't gonna hit me? No, I'm not gonna hit you. Yeah, fuck yeah. He got it. Somebody changed his world, bruh. Somebody took him to fucking
Come on, Lucas, get to the point.
A whole new world. This just.
I can forward it, but it's annoying. I skip over the important parts.
Oh, damn.
Because I was like, well, wait a minute. She got both of her parents at home and they're in a relationship. Like, this is, I kind of like this.
That is really bad. I have to admit, as much as I like Tatum, as much as I like him, that is a bad delivery right there. That is a bad delivery. If I was offered to Tatum's friend, I'm like, dude, that came off wrong. That came off wrong. It's almost like you're saying there are not black queens out there that have their family together. There are not black queens out there that got it all put together. It's almost like you're saying you never experienced it because there's no black woman out there that has it together like a white woman. And that's where, you see what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta understand what I'm saying here. You gotta look at it logically. You can't be ignorant to what's being said here. As much as I love Tatum and as much as I like Lucas, both of them have good points and both of them have their negatives. You know what I mean? But right here, even though I look at it logically, I seen a lot of Tatum's videos and I know he doesn't hate the black people. I know. I'm saying it because I know he doesn't hate the black people. Because from what he does for the community, he's just trying to better it, but his delivery is bad sometimes. It's just so bad that somebody needs to tell him or somebody needs to talk to him, because honestly, I don't see Candace Owens doing a lot of stuff, saying a lot of stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, Candace Owens says what's wrong, but she never says, well, in white family, you don't see it like that. You know, you don't ever hear Candace Owens saying something like that. So when Tatum is almost basically saying, if you walked in a room with a lot of people conversating, you hear one individual, you walk into one individual saying this, you're gonna be like, what the hell is wrong with you? What are you talking about? That's what you're gonna say. I mean, let's be honest, that's what you're gonna say. That's what you're gonna say. And this is why a lot of people says he tears down the black family and he tears down the black people, because he's always comparing what the white people has over the blacks. And that is where I agree with Lucas at. You see what I'm saying? That's where I agree with Lucas at. You know why? Because I'm not gonna be ignorant to the fact that both of them have their negatives. I'm not gonna be ignorant to the fact that both of them have their negatives. Both of them do have their negatives, and that's one negative that Officer Tatum has. He compares the two. And what Amazing Lucas says a lot in this conversation is, we're all God's people. Why it's only all God's people when it comes to certain things? You pick and choose. And Amazing Lucas, once again, is kind of right when he says that. I'm not going to say kind of, he is right. You know what I mean? You can't compare black and white on certain aspects. You can't do that, because then these people that you're trying to help, they're always going to think that you're just bashing them. You're always comparing them to that people that for some reason you see goodness and everything, but with this people, you're always bashing them, saying you guys are always evil. You guys don't have your family together. You guys are always committing all the crimes. You guys, when we pull you over on traffic stops, the white people are always nice, but the black people are always mean. They're all nice black people when they get pulled over at traffic stops. I get pulled over all the time. I don't get pulled over all the time. I used to get pulled over all the time because my car is tinted out. I have black tint. I have a black car and it's black tinted. But me thinking logically, I understand why the cops are gonna pull me over. I'm in a black car, my black windows are tinted, and if I don't know if it shows up, maybe you guys can let me know. Anybody down in the comments can let me know. I don't know, when they pull up your plate, does it also show that you're a CCW carrier? Because I'm a CCW carrier. So I'm in a black car and it's black tinted, and it possibly shows that I'm a CCW carrier. And they're gonna pull me over. Of course they're gonna pull me over. They're gonna be like, no, I'm gonna pull this guy over, even though I have no records. I have never been arrested, never etc. like that. So they pull me over, and they know I have a gun. Obviously, when they pull me over, that's the first thing I say. Hey, listen, I'm a CCW holder. My gun is in the holster. How do you want me to proceed? I'm a black guy, and I'm nice. Well, I'm Hispanic. Let me say it like that. I'm Hispanic, I'm a Dominican, but there's some black and Dominicans or whatever. So let's just keep it with my color tone. I'm black. So I'm pulled over by a cop. I'm black. I'm nice. I'm being rational. So you would look at it, what is Officer Tatum talking about? There are black nice people who get pulled over all the time, and they're basically they're nice to the cops. They're nice to the cops. So what is he talking about? And this is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Those are a couple of points that Amazing Lucas does pick up on, and he's absolutely right about that. Officer Tatum is not always right. His delivery is wrong when it comes to those things. And even as a fan, I'm not going to unfollow him because I know what he's trying to say, but his delivery comes out wrong. It comes out wrong, and that was one of them. And I know because Amazing Lucas kind of corrects him. He said, why don't you just say in general? And that's what Officer Tatum doesn't realize. If you say in general, you will come off so different. You will come out looking rational instead of coming out looking hateful. You will come out looking rational because you're saying in general. You know what I mean? But when you're just saying white is nice, black is mean, you're coming off hateful. And I understand. That's why people in my comments, when they mention certain things, I understand why they feel that way. I understand what they're looking at, because I see it. I do see it. His delivery is wrong. But you gotta, I'm not sure if you watched all of his videos and you're coming up with that assumption, or you just watch one or two videos and say, oh, he just hates black people, when you're not looking at what he does for the black people. And a lot of people keep saying he does nothing. Well, you don't see anybody else donating to black families who's lost their loved ones. You don't see that. So he does it. That's something. And he donated to King Randall, who's trying to bring up that school. That's something. He goes to basically rallies, try to bring up the black neighborhoods. That's something. That's more than what a lot of people do. A lot of people don't do nothing. Yet they're, like I said before, they're for the black family, I'm for the black people, I'm there, yeah. You don't do anything. You don't even do a quarter of what he does. So that's why I even can't say, let's say I was against Officer Tatum. I can't even say he doesn't care about the black people. He doesn't do nothing. What am I doing? I'm not going to rallies. I'm not donating to all of these organizations that he's donating to. I'm not donating to families that's lost their loved ones. Obviously, because I'm working, trying to provide for my own or whatever, and times get hard, so I don't have the money to donate to all these organization like he does. But he does it. So who am I to judge? Who am I to judge a man who does and I don't? You got to look at things logical. In a you got to look at yourself and be like, yo, I'm hating on a man that does more than I do. You know what I mean? But like I said, I understand why people in the comments write about Tatum saying he hates the black people. I understand and I see it, and I pointed out one example of why I understand why people say that. And that's why, even though some people has unfollowed Lucas, and I gotta admit it, good reason why. He's very disrespectful, and because that's what people who follow Lucas to this day don't understand, why people are unfollowing. It's not only his opinion, it's his manners has gone downhill. It's gone downhill. He's downright disrespectful, even to the people who don't agree with him. You gotta expect people with different opinions, and for some odd reason, it's almost like he runs the channel like it's almost like a communist channel. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta agree with me or whatever the case may be. And if you don't agree with me, I'ma just curse you out. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? But that's my last take on why I disagree with some of Officer Tatum's take and why I disagree with some of Amazing Lucas' take. To me, they both have their positives and their negatives. And what will make it a better place is for them, both of them, to come to common ground and just apologize and move on, because they can do a lot. If they join forces, they could do a lot for the black community because their channels are popular. They could do a lot for their black communities because I think about the bigger picture. I don't want them to hate each other forever. Nothing is gained for them hating each other forever. Nothing. We got two popular individuals with two different perspectives, two different opinions that hate each other. Instead of sitting in front of each other and talking it out and finding common ground and basically looking at the bigger picture to how we can proceed to better the black community. That would be amazing. But anyway, this is Black Shy Guy. Hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button and notification button for any upcoming new videos. Thanks a lot for the support. I really appreciate it. Once again, thanks for sitting at my table. This is Black Shy Guy. I'm out of here. Peace.